Thanks a lot for joining us, folks. Well, I say us, but it's just me, so apologies to Sandra's fans out there. She's out with her mom this weekend. But I'm going to be joined by my friend Simon. He's going to be here in about an hour's time, so we'll look forward to that. We're not going to be working on the shelter this weekend. We just got a few little bits and pieces left to do, so we're going to be doing that at a later time. We're just here for a winter camping night, so we're going to be taking it easy. Just build up a little fire because it's cold today, and it's going to be even colder tonight. And so Simon's never spent the night in the shelter, so this will be his first opportunity. I might set up a tarp or a tent outside. We'll see how it goes. And so we're going to be building up a fire. We were going to set up the super shelter for tonight, but Sandra's put so much work into this. I kind of want her to kind of get the first crack at seeing how well it works now that it's all fully insulated. So we're going to wait on that. I hope Simon's not too upset because he doesn't know yet. So we'll see how he takes it. But I'm sure he'll be fine. He's been winter camping many times with us. So thanks a lot for joining us, folks. This is going to be fun. A couple of videos ago you guys saw I got all giddy and excited about some branches from a tree to start our fires. This is it here. As you can see, it's fully covered in snow. So just gonna knock some of it off. So I'm gonna mix it in with some other wood because there's a lot of ice on it, but this is still gonna help to start our fire. If I can get underneath, I might be able to get some better ones. So after about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes tops, I've already gathered all of this. It is covered in quite a bit of ice, so I got two options. I can either let it melt next to the fire once we have it going, or scrape away as best I can and try to remove as much of the ice on it to make things easier in the long term. So I'm going to bring this one over to camp, and we'll see if we can find some that aren't quite as badly covered. So everything seems to be covered in a thin layer of ice and snow, which is going to make things a little bit more difficult to start the fire. So just to help things along, I'm going to use some of the firewood that we've been building up. I mean, we've been putting it away for this reason, so I'm going to take one of the logs and I'm going to try to split it up as best I can into smaller pieces just to get our fire started. Then we'll be able to mix in the wood that might be a little bit wet over there. Alright, so this looks like it should do pretty good. I'm going to try splitting it with the axe, but I have a feeling, because it's white spruce, it's full of knots, I might have some issues. So a quick trick on that, you cut it into a smaller piece, and that makes it a lot easier to split. But we're going to give it a try. depending on how much the ground is frozen, that'll decide whether or not I need to put a splitting log underneath, but we're going to try it this way first. Ooh. Yeah, I think she's going to be a struggle. Yeah, she's not going to split. Give her a couple more taps. No, not going to split, so we're going to try sawing her in half, see how that works out. Oh no, I can't believe it. I left the camera off. I spent I don't know how long sawing through all this section, and it worked. I swung the axe once, split this piece right off. So that's a shame. I really wanted to show the proof of it. So by having it much shorter, it was a lot easier to split. I mean, I know it's obvious, but it's a good little trick to know if ever you have a hard time splitting wood. It takes a long time to saw through a big piece of wood like that, but in the end it's worth the effort. So I'm going to chop this up into smaller kindling. See how tough this wood is to split. It's all twisted. It all depends where you hit it. Ah, looks like we got our loud friend. What you saying?
How much, you?
Mater.
What a gorgeous day.
Oh yeah, not bad.
That was fantastic. I mean, the drive up was kind of nice, but
yeah,
just to get out. And
I've been trying to find some dry wood, but everything's covered. They must have had freezing rain here.
I know.
Good to see you, man.
Woo!
Mater. I have some news for you. You're not gonna like it. I'll tell you later.
This the door?
That's the door.
That's cool.
Alright, so like I said earlier, Simon's going to be here, and Simon's here.
Yeah?
Like I said earlier, there's something that Simon doesn't know. Because Sandra has worked so much on building the shelter, I feel kind of rotten using the super shelter this weekend.
Yeah.
You know,
She's waiting to use the super shelter.
Yeah, she'd like to be she probably would like to be the first to use it. Right?
I thought you guys used it a couple of weekends ago.
No, we never used a full super shelter. So I hope you don't mind, but you can crash in the shelter. That's no problem. But we're probably not going to set up the full super shelter this weekend.
Cool.
So all right, he's cool about it. That's good.
Work in progress.
All right.
Place is looking fantastic. We got the wood shed up.
Yeah.
Camp's had some work on it. And we're all ready to go, I think.
It's going to be a fun weekend. We're not going to be doing a lot of work except for starting our fire and keeping it going. Other than that, we're just here to have a good time. Maybe have a couple of hot chocolates.
Yep. Eat a good meal.
So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, like I said. And we're going to get that fire started quick. It's a nice day, but it's not warm.
It's moving on 3 o'clock, so it'll be dark in 90 minutes almost.
Yeah, and it's not too warm. It's probably around -5 right now. So, awesome! It's gonna be fun.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Oh yeah, Mike, I'm not worried about getting cold.
Oh, me either. We'll be
I think we'll be warm. Yeah. No, don't want to steal all the fun, man.
Alright, we're gonna give this a try. Got those little dry spruce branches at the ready. Got a little bit of birch bark here. A fair amount actually. See how it works. He's struggling.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Hopefully. She's struggling though. Oh man. Everything is covered in ice.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna go. Oh, fire, 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 fire. Feels so good. I Didn't realize I couldn't feel my hands for a second. Okay, so we still have our fire going here, and full disclosure, I did bring the chainsaw for this because we're just doing an easy overnighter. We weren't going to use the wood that we have in the wood shelter because we still need to build that up to have enough for when real winter comes along, when we're around -20. So we got the chainsaw over there. Simon and I just spent maybe half an hour getting all this firewood over here. So we're going to cut it as needed. There's the chainsaw right there. It's battery operated, and it works a treat. It really works well. I mean, it's not for heavy duty work, but we cut some good sized trees there. These were all dead standing trees that were around our campsite. So we're going to be using these throughout the night and stay nice and warm. So that way we don't have to use up our firewood in our shelter over there. Oh, that's awesome. So we call it there, and if we need more, we'll get more.
Alright. We got a couple of them right here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, let's.
Oh, look at that fire.
Fire in the hole. Well, nice to know we got the evening ahead of us. And we got wood.
That was quick. So we got our fire going really nicely. We got this nice little pile here, and got that pile there, bigger than it looks. And if we need more, we got some logs over there. So we are good to go for the night. Still got 2 more batteries available in the chainsaw if we need it. Like I say, sorry, I'm so used to putting out videos where everything is done by hand tools that I feel kind of weird using the chainsaw, but it seemed appropriate. We got here late, we didn't have too much time, so we just want to have a fun night. So I hope you guys don't mind, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. We have a really nice fire. It's nice and warm. Simon's going to bring our kettle in just to slowly heat up the water so it doesn't take as long to heat up when we need it. This is, oh man, it's so warm in here. What a difference from out there. This is awesome. Ah, it's nice to be back here. I love it.
Yep. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You notice right away as soon as you sit down, and you're just like,
yeah. Oh. So our fire is burning nicely. You guys should see the difference it makes even without having the super shelter here. We're probably a good 15 to 20 degrees, if not more, warmer
well,
in
give
here.
it a couple of minutes, the
And
thermometer will tell us.
And that's Celsius. I mean, we're really, it makes a huge difference having this totally insulated and having a nice fire. So Simon, a good friend of mine, him and Jean, they're the ones who share the hot tent with us. We all got together.
Shared
and
custody, I think is what it's called.
Yeah. So we all got together and we bought the hot tent because they're the only people that we know who are as crazy as we are and go out camping in the middle of winter. So it's great to have him here, kind of.
Yeah, don't thank me yet. Don't thank me
It's
yet.
a long night.
A lot could go wrong between now and us leaving.
No,
I did bring the first aid kit though.
Well, so did I brought 2
No.
because I knew you were coming. No, we always have fun. So really happy to be out here. We got here a bit late, but that's fine. We knew it going in, and it's just always a good time out here. So
yeah, and the shelter's fantastic.
yeah.
That insulation in the wall really cuts down the breeze. Like it's been blowing all day today, so
yeah.
No.
So the wind is supposed to spike around midnight. So right now it seems to actually be going down. So we'll see how it works out. We heard a few trees cracking, but so far none of them close to us, so that's a good thing. So we're just gonna sit here by the fire, relax and enjoy, and we'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Oh, and cheers. I said cheers, Simon.
Okay, all right. Cheers. I can't sit right under this beam here because when I tip my head back to drink a beer, it gets wedged in there.
Our firewood is burning pretty good. We're trying to mix it in. Keep the heat up. As soon as the flames die down, you can feel a definite change in temperature. So probably within the next half hour, we're probably going to start cooking up our supper. And we'll catch up with you guys then. Right now we're just trying to build up the flame so it can be nice and toasty. Anything to contribute, Simon? I guess not. Thanks, Simon. Simon's passed out, everyone. Actually, we got into a bit of a fight and he's gone home.
There's been a tiff.
Oh, he came back.
Sorry, you totally caught me off guard.
I do that. Don't worry.
It's not undeserved, so.
Alright, so gonna go back to the old trick here. The old redneck bellows. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna try to put the reflective sheet on top and see what kind of difference that's gonna make. I put on a big old winter jacket here just to get a bit more heat because it's a bit chilly. Our fire's doing good though. Alright, Simon, got that corner?
Yeah.
Alright. So we got these V-shaped ones here first.
There we go. That's handy, right? Look at that.
So there, you could use one of the tie-outs on the side there.
And just tighten it up.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what I would recommend. Let me know when you got her tied up. We'll pull at the same time. Yep. Pull down. Tighten her up. Alright. And do whichever kind of knot you want that's untieable.
Not the granny?
I wouldn't go granny, but
a couple of double hitch will do it. So Mike and I are going to be shacked up in the lean-to tonight. It's fairly windproof, which is really nice. They've worked really hard to get the moss in the gaps and stuff there, and we've got the good tarp over top, so it just makes sense. There's lots of room here for both of us, and with a bit of a fire going on, we should stay, nice and warm, more or less. We put up a bit of reflective tarp, and that's going to be helpful. And looking forward to cooking our meal here shortly, and then settling in for the night. So we're just pulling a bit of ash out to the front of the fire pit here, so that we've got some material to cook with, and if we need a little more, we'll pull it out and away we go.
are we good?
Yep.
There goes the grill. Do you want it lower?
No, I think that's good.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So Simon has burgers, so we're going to start with those. Later on I'll put on my meal, which I have ham. There you go, big old slab of ham. Should be interesting.
I think that's pretty good there, eh? I should
Yeah,
be able to cook on that.
Yep.
So we brought a couple of homemade hamburgers. I've got organic beef from my buddy Farmer John and his family. Added some onion out of the garden, bit of salt and pepper, and some breadcrumbs from homemade bread. So we'll get those cooking. Shouldn't take too long to cook. They're pretty lean, so hopefully they won't spit up too much, but as far as grease. Alright, so we're just going to flip the burgers over here, put them on the edge, bring in a few fresh embers, and put the ham on, I think. Nope, it's picking up again. Holy jeez.
Okay, let me know when ready.
Pretty much ready.
Alright, here comes our ginormous slice of ham. So that is pre-cooked, so probably around 5-10 minutes each side. We should be good.
So we're just giving the ham a little bit of a toast and checking our buns here for the burgers. Cooking over coals like this tends to take a little longer than you expect, but we don't have anywhere else to be, so
Totally worth it.
totally worth it. Alright, we got our burger bun toasted, the burger's cooked, so just slide that over without burning ourselves, and away we go.
I already got mine. It's really good.
Let's move that ham over a bit just to help it cook some more. There we go, look at that.
Nice.
Grill it a bit more and we'll flip it over and ready to go.
The hamburgers are amazing. Our ham is pretty much cooked, so we're just going to pull this off of the coals. Let it cool down just a little bit. I'll grab my other glove. So now our food is done cooking. We can bring our fire back up, bring the temperatures up, and we have some ham. So I don't think there's a fancy way to eat this. Grab a piece and go to town.
This is what you call finger food.
Yeah.
Steaming.
Quite good.
This is carnivore only area.
Not a lot of vegetables tonight. Pretty good though. We're having a beautiful night. It's supposed to drop down to around -10 Celsius. I'll put a note for Fahrenheit. But we're nice and warm. The temperatures dipped a bit while we were cooking our food because the flames had died down, but Simon's built it all back up. So we're just gonna enjoy the rest of our food for supper, sit by the fire, and we'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Not bad.
Oh, that's tasty. Alright, so I'm just going to grab the kettle out of the way here and Mike will bring in the tripod.
We got a big pile of wood here. Should fit anyway. I hope we got a grill there. But...
Oh, I can hang it right there.
yeah. Probably this top one here might be better.
Oh, can't get it around there.
Okay. Alright, yeah, that's... I always thought this was going to be like a temporary tripod because I never knocked off the little sticks on it, but it's been working for us for over a year now, so not too bad. So we're just going to heat up some water, have a nice hot beverage on this cold, chilly, early winter night. I mean, technically it's still fall, but feels like winter.
No, it's definitely winter. We're supposed to have about -10 Celsius tonight.
Yeah. The wind chill is
down
minus
to about
16.
minus 15 or minus 16.
Yep.
So. Three-quarters plus. A little more, Mike. Perfect, thank you.
Definitely steaming.
Yep, it's done.
You like a spoon instead of the moss.
I want an earthy.
We are sophisticated here, you know.
No, we're not.
That's a good point.
I want an earthy hot chocolate. I almost brought the s'mores down. Jean said, "You gonna take s'mores?" And I said, "No, I got the Jiffy Pop. S'mores will be too much for Mike and I."
I suppose, yeah. Go into a diabetic coma. Okay, so the night is wrapping up. We've been sitting by the fire having a really fun time. Weather's been not too bad. It's around probably around -7 outside. We were able to bring the temperature in here to around +13. Simon
Celsius,
has a little
yep.
thermostat there, so I'll put a little note. Oh, we'll say here for Fahrenheit. So really a great night. We're probably going to wrap it up pretty soon. The fire's burning well, and we have our sleeping bags all set up. So yeah, it's been a fun night. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you guys probably later on in the morning. Have a good night, folks. It's a really cold night. Finally got the fire pumping again this morning. It was almost dead when I got up. Try to keep it going most of the night. To be honest, I didn't have the best night's sleep. I'm not sure what it was, but it was quite cold. But still, the sleeping bag was fine. But I just didn't get much sleep. So when I saw the fire was almost dead, I decided to get up and start to warm up some water, because a lot of it was kind of frozen. So I'm gonna make myself a little cup of coffee and just kind of enjoy a nice calm morning. It was windy last night and everything was kind of buckling and cracking, but now it's really nice. Almost no wind. It's so cold you already start hearing the trees popping in the cold, so that's a bit of a surprise for early December, but Canada. Morning. So the sun is just about to get above the horizon. We've been up for a while now, probably an hour and a half, and it just takes a really long time for that sun to get up above the trees. Simon's cooking up a little breakfast sandwich there. I had a granola bar, and yeah, we were gonna set up a separate shelter last night, but unfortunately Simon forgot his tent, and by the time we got all the firewood gathered, Just got too lazy to set up the other tarp, so there was plenty of room for the both of us in here, so that was fine. I'm not sure why I didn't get as good a night's sleep as I usually do, but still it was fun. We stayed up for quite a bit, had our hot chocolates around the fire, and just a really great time. So he's just warming up his breakfast there, and then we're probably just gonna pack her up and head on out. But really nice day. There's no wind right now. I'm looking forward to seeing that sun come across the tree line. Oh, it was a good time, Simon.
Always a good time.
How'd you sleep?
I slept like a log.
Nice.
I think I snored quite a bit, but I only woke up like 3 times maybe in the night and just rolled over and went back to sleep. So
Nice.
shelter was super cozy, no draft. Well, except for that we didn't have a front door on.
Yeah, yeah, we almost lost the fire a couple of times. Since I wasn't sleeping very much, I'd get up and try to keep it going, but it worked out in the end. We had the fire, we had some embers this morning, so didn't have to start a whole new fire, which is nice. That's going to wrap it up for this trip, folks. It's a short little video, but had an awesome time. It was really nice to get out and relax. We hadn't seen each other in a bit, so it's always fun to get out. We're going to be getting together probably in a couple of weeks, maybe for a bit of a longer trip. Most likely hot tent. It'll be nice and warm, so we'll have a bit of a longer video to show you guys. But this is it for this trip. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, Simon, for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Let's go.
It's cold.